My married friends told me that when you get married, your husband or your wife or whoever you're marrying, when you get married, your partner actually becomes your immediate family.
I'm really interested in this stage.
You know, a good friend of mine once told me that when a woman gives birth to a baby, she becomes a mother.
Yes.
I think that's fascinating. One of my uncle once told me that when you wash your hands with water, there's like 100% chance of your hands getting wet. And it's incredible. My great-grandmother once told me that when you are hungry, you are supposed to eat. Like, who would have thought of that, right? I was sitting with this guy in a science lab, and he told me that when you boil water, it becomes hot. I mean, the marvel of science. Cousins once told me that when you sit down, you are no longer standing.
Yes.
Mind blown. You know, there are things in life that you never pay attention to, but if you write with a pen on a paper, that paper has words on it which were not there before you wrote.
Profound words. Like, I couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better. This man is a genius. All jokes aside, I don't know whether this is even satire in the first place or it's serious. From the way she's delivering it, it could be serious, but nowadays you never know what's on the internet. Some people intentionally say outrageous stuff, dumb stuff, and do dumb things just to get reaction and engagement from people. But if she's serious, then she needs help. She seriously needs some help.
Yesterday, when I was cooking egg, I somehow managed to burn the egg and keep the egg white raw at the same time.
How?
But at least I know how to boil an egg. I actually don't know how to do that. But I can serve apple juice in a glass. I actually broke a glass last month doing that.
So what do you know how to do?
Honestly, I love the kitchen, but I don't think the kitchen loves me back. For all the men that say, a woman's place is in the kitchen, a woman's place is where she is not a hazard.
That's
and
true.
in the kitchen, I
That's
am
true.
the hazard.
That's true.
Yesterday, when I was cooking egg,
That's true.
I somehow...
That's true. If she's the hazard, I mean, don't step in the kitchen. Don't step in the kitchen. It's better for the entire family if you don't step in the kitchen. If you don't know how to cook, don't cook. She is a hazard to the place. Don't step in the kitchen if it's a hazard. Don't step in the kitchen at all. At all. At all. At all. She's a wise woman.
You're gonna fry some chicken, you're gonna need some. You're gonna fry some fish, you're gonna need some. You're gonna fry some vegetables, you're gonna need some. You're gonna fry
Oil?
some bacon, you
I don't
need
say
some.
anything oil.
No. You don't need no oil when you fry bacon, cause what? Bacon has its own oil. I want you to look over at somebody and say, me like bacon, baby. Every time the heat is applied, you just produce your own oil.
I was wondering why she was preaching like that, because it actually sounds like a black church, like a black American church. So it makes sense when they punt the crowd, and it makes total sense, because this is not how white people preach. This is not. I've seen white people preach. It's not like this. But yeah, she knows her audience. She really knows her audience.
You just produce your own oil and become what you were meant to be. You produce your own oil and allow others to taste and see that the Lord is good. You're gonna fry some chicken, you're gonna need some.
Church has become so boring nowadays. You go to church, same door delivery. But if you were in a church like this, that's why sometimes I really like Black American churches, because I don't think you can sleep on Black American churches. The way their pastors are so animated, the way their analogies that they make, it's crazy. It's crazy. And here, she knows her audience. Either she knows her audience, or she was taught by those kind of pastors. Those pastors, yeah, she's done well. She's done very, very well. This church is not going to be boring at all.
Habari za jioni mabibi na mabwana. Mbele yenu hapa naitwa Mariam almaarufu Malaika. Nimekuja kupokea tuzo hii kwa niaba ya Harmonize.
My guy had to take those shades off. You saw it, right? He had to take those shades off to show. He had to take those shades off to make sure he's seeing what he's seeing, right? Definitely the shades distorted it a bit. But this is this. How are you going to survive? How are you lying down? How are you? So you have to lie down on your belly all the time. This is too much, man. Am I exaggerating? This is too much. This is too much.
Mbele yenu hapa naitwa Mariam almaarufu Malaika. Nimekuja kupokea tuzo hii kwa niaba ya Harmonize.
He had to take the glasses off. He had to take the glasses off, man. Man, Charlie. Women are suffering, man. Why would you have to do this? Man, it's not my body.